Good afternoon, everybody, or morning, or evening, or whatever the heck it is in your time of world in the country, or wherever you are watching this right now. We are back with some more Scrap Mechanic Survival Industrial Farming Solutions. I think that's going to be the name of the survival series. This one, and then I'll have a multiplayer one at some point coming up, but we'll see when that happens. But essentially, I want to get right to it. So you guys last saw in the last episode this bad boy right here, which is currently sinking into the water. And we will take that out a little bit later for a spin, and I can show off how it works on the bigger trees. But right now, I want to show off my Industrial Farming Solution number 1, version 0.5. We are still getting this cleaned up and fixed. Whoops. But yeah, so basically this is the expandable automatic industrial, quote-unquote industrial farm machine. This is the first, idea that I've had. As you can see, it's pretty simple. It's a straight line machine with everybody else has the basic automatic, the planters or the suckers, the waters, and then the planters is the way I have the order right here. And it just follows this line right here all the way down. And when I say it's expandable, all you need is this one line of wood or whatever material you want. What's it called? Some dirt if you want to plant down some more dirt. And that's it. And then some more wood to mark out where these dirt plots are, because this is sensor based, so that it can go almost as fast as it needs to go. And that's enough of that. Let's just see it in action. I don't know if I have any seeds in here, because I was testing it out earlier, but it wasn't super I don't know, I just didn't want to test it out too much without showing it on camera, so I didn't. 2 carrot seeds, because those are the most simple and I have lots of those. And if you guys want to see how it works, I'll have it go slowly. I believe that's what it's set up for. First things first is I have a water pump attached to it. So if I press this switch right here, it pulls out the water switch, pulls it up. This is already full, so it's not going to work, but I'll show it off when it comes back. And this will be automated even more later when I get the materials, maybe this episode still. But right now I have just a 2 switch for forward and backwards. And yeah, so this is it's going slowly. It'll speed up as all the wheels come into full contact with the ground. But essentially, what it will do, it sees the dirt, or sees this thing right here, plants it, does the same thing. It's pretty straightforward, honestly. Like most machines that are piston based, it's very, very rudimentary. Rudimentary, is that the word? Rudimentary? I don't know the word for that, but it works. It's planting them. It's doing it for both sides because I wanted the what's the word? Weight to be balanced evenly, if that makes sense. But it's okay if it's wasting water on that side. I'm not too worried about it. This is just a test. But yeah, so as you can see, it planted this whole row pretty quickly. And once you get to the end of the row, I'll make it maybe hit a sensor right here where it flips a bit or something like that, and then just makes it go backwards. Oh, finally. Okay, unauthorized farming detected is what I've got. I've heard about this is when you plant too many things, like a bunch of robots come attack you, and I heard it's really laggy is what I heard Scrap Mechanic is fixing right now. So hopefully it won't be too laggy, and we'll get our first ever raid in this whole, map save. But yeah, so essentially I can probably speed this up and make it go even faster if I want to, but I want to make sure it all worked first before I did that. So let's see. So yeah, it hits this thing, it goes backwards, and it just starts sucking it up all the water. Isn't it beautiful? It works. So essentially, instead of having to have a singular plot of land that you have connected and, have one of these machines connected to, you can just have one whole, just one farm place. Put down this machine, put down a little tube you want it to follow, and then boom, Bob's your uncle. It just works. So I can probably figure out more, a way that uses less parts, like only having the driving on this central hub right here, maybe even using side rails or something like that. But this is all I got so far, so it works. Let's see how much we can plant and farm with it and how quickly we can do it, and we'll do that later. But for now, we're going to get ready for this raid. And in fact, this is the new base that I have right here. And I need to put lights and stuff up around it to make everything a little bit more visible, because visibility isn't great when it's dark, which honestly people are complaining about, but I don't mind, because what's the point of having a nighttime cycle in the use of lights if you can already see everything? I've noticed that there's no moon. But yeah, so let's set up some lights real quick and see how much we can do. Oh boy. Okay, well, I was not ready for this, but apparently the raid has started. Lag spike happened, and this robot just randomly came to attack. So I got one. Looks like there's another one. I hear one going... Hold on a second, what? I hear something, hold on. What the heck? Oh, I see. Okay, good to know. Maybe I should have took a better vantage point to know where these things spawned. Because 3 of them spawned, and I believe if I can remember correctly, one came from over there when I was looking over there trying to set up these lights. Another one was here in the middle, and then another one came all the way around the edge of the water and started taking out my platform there. That's gonna be a bit more difficult than I thought. Let's just finish setting up these lights, or these temporary lights. I realize I'm gonna have to move them and expand out my base, but yeah, so let's do this real quick. There we go. It'd probably be better if I lit up the insides actually versus the outsides, but I'll also do that later. So interesting. So I'm going to need to figure out a better way to defend this side, maybe, of some sort. I don't know how to do it, but it would probably be better if I made this wall go all the way down instead of all the way out here. But I only lost like three blocks from that, so hopefully the haybots don't do too much damage. Alright, we got the lights set up. The raid has been thwarted, I believe. I believe it happens at midnight every night it's like been detected and started. And I think these will be growing in place when the day comes. So maybe I can use some fertilizer or something to make them quicker, but I don't think I need to add that to this automated machine, as, you know, I just don't think we need it. So let's start adding more dirt and see how much this bad boy can take. And then we're going to get some more wood and try to at least finish off a little bit more of this base. This takes a lot more materials than you would think. So I don't know what the fastest material to mine or to gather is, but I think wood is the easiest for me right now. So I'll probably stick with that. Oh, well, it just popped up again. So I guess it happens like it detects it in the morning and then that's how it works, I guess. I'm not sure, but these haven't been fully grown yet. So I guess I'm going to have to be fending off from robots constantly, which is going to be difficult, but interesting. So I guess I'll have to get used to that. I'm going to need to get a automated gun system or some way to get somebody to defend from robots a lot easier soon. I don't know what to use, but I'm going to definitely need that to defend this base especially. So now I planted this whole row. You can't see it very well. Hopefully in the new update or the next update, grass will go away when you put things over top of it, because you can't really see this very well right now, but there's dirt right there. Hopefully there's going to be some seeds left, which is good. I need to figure out some way to sort the seeds to see if I can have this happen automatically without me even having to interact with these chests, but I don't think that's just possible just yet. So I'll wait and see if something happens. I'm sure there will be mods and stuff for that, and I might be able to incorporate that in too. So I'm excited for all that. So let's wait a little bit longer for these to grow. They are almost fully grown, and then we'll see how this looks when it harvests, because I've never harvested with this thing before actually. So this will be the first time that any of us sees it. I just realized while I wait for those to grow and the raid to happen, I'm actually going to go out looking for some more wood to chop down. I also realized after that episode of the automatic tree logger, no one actually said in the comments, but I realized that you can actually weld the tree stumps or the tree cuts, whatever you call them, the logs that you cut down, to the vehicle itself. And so basically all the trees that I wasted that missed the trailer, I can just weld onto the truck and then saw it up from there. So it's basically I don't need to worry about wasting anything. So that's a good thing. I'm excited to actually see how that works. This isn't going to do too hot, I don't think, because it's on an incline. But let's make it a little bit easier for ourselves by putting our vehicle doing this way so that it can, you know what I mean. You know what I'm talking about if you can see. If you're deaf or blind and listening to this for some reason, I don't know why you'd want to watch a Let's Play if you can't see, but imagine me putting a car next to a tree on a hill and trying to figure out how to fit it into the little rungs. Yeah, I'd say that's a good visual right there. And we made it in, and we clamped her down onto the tree. I believe it's easier if I push up on the tree right here and then cut it and then lean it over. Oops. So yeah, so basically that happens. What just happened is it just fell and missed the the back trailer. So 2 things to fix that. 1 is to make the trailer wider. 2 is to do what I'm doing right here with the lift and just push it in with the lift like this, so it just kind of lands in there, and then Bob's your uncle, you know. Let's see if I can tilt this a little bit more so that I can get in there. And yeah, ta-da. It's pretty much in. Now let's let go of it and see if we can. Oh, I just got fricked up. Oh, yeah, you guys probably just saw this or noticed it a little bit earlier. I changed my player character to be a little bit more topical. So, yeah. Anyways, that's enough about that. Let's just see if we can get this over. All right, so let's just start up the cutter. The processing unit is what I'll call it in the background. But it's really just a little saws. And it should get that out of our hair. We can, you know, help it along if we want to. Let's turn all that off. There we go. And we're just getting lots of wood back there, all chopped up. And it's wood too, so I don't need to worry about processing it and losing some, I guess, blocks. Just because that's the way it is. But I didn't really change around anything back here since the last episode, so you don't need to worry about that. It still has the same glitches and, you know, kinks. But we've already filled up an entire resource collector with just that one tree. That's awesome. That's why I put 4 of them down here, so that we can do more than one, because honestly, I really don't want to waste my time all of this work doing just one tree. Let's just have at it. Oh, got a runaway log. And we're good. I believe we're good. So now let's just switch it off. Boop. And go find another tree to terrorize and chop down and relocate and process. And there we go. First try. I didn't even have to back up. That was just a perfect little thingamabig. I don't know what to call it. So let's do our cutting and pull it in. And Bob's your uncle. We were almost on target that time, but we kind of missed again. But we're getting closer, so that's good. And let's get aligned. And voila. Alright, we're good. Boom. Let's just call this the last tree for the day and get this thing cut. And we missed again. Okay, it's getting dark and I have about 5-ish minutes to get this tree either processed or get back home. And I'll probably try to see if I can do both at the same time, because I really don't want this raid to happen without me being there. And I don't know if it does happen without you being there, but let's not take... The answer is going to be a no. I got stuck and I had to put the thing on a lift, so we're going to have to run the rest of the way. See if we can make it there within the minute without losing everything. I believe all of these are full, if I'm not mistaken. I believe they are, so that's a good haul. I'll say that's not bad. 4 resource collectors full in a, you know, about a half a day's work. And I realize there's more big trees over there that I can probably terrorize as well, so it's good to know. And I bet if I put more resource collectors on it too, it'll be heavier, but I'll be able to fit more. And I got 43 seconds, 41 seconds, and I'm thirsty. So this is going to be an interesting night. Alright, we are back in our farm with 15 seconds left to spare. Good, good, good. 12 seconds. Let's stand on top of the wall and see where all these things spawn, shall we? So we got about 5 seconds. And I'm not seeing anything right now. So, alright, we got 1. Seems like we just have 4. Okay, we have 4 farm or tote bots. Whatever these bad boys are. 3 of them. And I can just knock them out with here. I'm dehydrating to death. Okay. That's not a good thing to happen during a raid. Excuse me, sir. Please stop. Alright. Well, I think I've got the raid. Or, not got the raid. Survived the raid, but at what cost? I realize now that this base is so easily, like, not protected, if that makes sense, that I'm going to need to figure out a better way to make sure that these guys... I wonder. Will they pathfind a way, the easiest way inside? Like, if I put a door right here, will they all come to this door? That's something I'll find out tomorrow night. We'll figure that out tomorrow night. But for now, let's just mine up these things, actually. Use our new handy-dandy automator. We got our tomato seeds here and our carrot seeds in here. And we just press the switch and watch it go. Alright, sucky sucky. Good, good. Waters it, just for good measure. And it should plant it. And it looks like it planted tomatoes on the other side pretty fine. And it looks like it's doing pretty good. Thirsty again, but that's fine. Beautiful. That was just absolutely beautiful. Wow, I'm actually excited that something that I made worked for once. I mean, it works within quotes, of course. This can be made better, faster, you know, better looking for sure instead of this weird spider thing, but it works. If you guys want to know the connections that I use to do it so far, is just controller-based wheels and whatever, sensors, some switches here, a little controller and pistons here for the water gathering, but it works. Okay, so now inside here it should have gotten carrots. I got 11 carrots and some seeds back. So let's just put those back in there, and I believe the tomato seeds have been all planted, and now the watering system is going to try to come out and refill itself up, and then we're good. So as you can see, the plan is to have one more, you know, system here, one more pump, and then another pump on this side as well. I can maybe even add another chest out, but we'll come to that bridge when we get there. It takes a lot of materials to get even just one pump, let alone like 6 or 8 more that I need. So yeah, all right. Industrial farming, it works, everybody. I'm actually really excited. All right, so now we got tomatoes growing and carrots growing, and then we can have... Oh, I also found where the trader was. I think I told you guys that about that, maybe. But I made a little exploring vehicle and found out where the Trader Joe guy is. And so I can head over there if I want to and try to see what I can do and what I need to sell. Next, I need to package the things, which is going to be another feat in its own. But I will get to that when I can. And I think I need gas. Alright, so we are in our little exploring vehicle. It's pretty simple. I could probably widen out the wheelbase more. Okay, we got the... And maybe do some better on the suspension, maybe, but I think we're good for now. But it's fine. I think we're good for now. So let's just get this while we can. We can always do with more fuel and more potatoes. Although I don't have a gun to use the potatoes with, but it's fine. If my memory serves me right, I believe the trader was pretty much a straight shot from behind the packing station. And so if I went... Well, distracted by all the meats lying around. That's alright. If I went straight through this little, like, valley corridor thing between the two... what it calls abandoned, broken down warehouses, we come straight to the packing station, which is pretty cool. It's a pretty straight shot from the farm. And this is the vegetable packing station, I believe, as you can see from the sign up there. So that'll be the first level packing station, which is good because that's all I have. And so once you go past there, we go through here, and then here is the... That was awesome. Okay, that was pretty cool. I ramped off that guy's head and he didn't even... That's fine, I'll just kill you. I think he just hit my wheel. That's not good. No, I'll just leave the scrap metal lying around. Normally I attach resource collectors to the front and back of this vehicle, but for now I'll just leave it like that. But this little plane right here, this little area, is something that I find super awesome because I don't know why. Actually, it's because I think I can farm here. This is like super flat land. I can put that little automatic harvester around. But the thing is, though, there's no water anywhere near here. And so I would need to figure out a way to pipe water. And I don't know how long, yeah, the parts last and how long you could pipe water from. So I can do that off camera and experiment on that, but that's for another time. So if you come up this hill, and I don't know why or how I missed this before, but you see all these obvious danger signs. That means don't come in, and no tote bots allowed, or no farm bots allowed. Keep right, and here we go. Bob's your uncle. I realize I can probably use this water to pump down there to the farmlands, but that's okay. So here's a trader guy. If you guys haven't seen any of the other scrap mechanic videos before, basically this is where you take all the harvest and crops that, or yeah, the crops that you've harvested. Come up to this little guy, this old man, which looks surprisingly like the guys that are trapped in the cage, and he comes and sells you goodies. So he can give you, for the carrots, we can get some more soil, and these little symbols, if you guys don't know, you know what? You'll just look it up on your own. You'll figure it out, basically. These are just stuff that you have to package and turn into him. It gets it sucked off of your car, and you can trade for these things. So basically, the good things are either, I guess you can buy these, which is nice, or trade for this is something I need. This is also something I need, and this is also something I need. So in order to do that, I'm going to need lots of carrots, lots of tomatoes, and beetroots. Okay, so the next crop to grow is beetroot seeds. Good to know. So let's see. I think we can also buy some clothing boxes, the Gatling gun, shotgun. We will need the little men in the cages for these. So we already have 2 in our mechanic station, I believe. So what we're going to need is bananas, blueberries, and peaches? Orange seeds, excuse me. Wow, I'm halfway blind. Okay. And then there's broccoli seeds. I don't know where you get broccoli seeds from, but apparently... And pineapple seeds as well. Wow, I don't know where you get those from at all. That's crazy. But these are higher tier crops, and I believe that also causes more... Oh, hey, it's free seeds. Good. It causes more robots to attack you during the raids, is what I've heard and seen. So, yeah. Good to know. And we will come back here definitely for sure in the future to pack up all of our crops and sell them. I shouldn't be laughing. I really shouldn't laugh at that. Wow. That was very dramatic. Okay, cool. So we're back home, and we are going to need to unload those resource collectors, I just realized. And we're going to need to figure out this lighting situation and defense situation as I try to grow some more plants. But we can all do that later. It's not a big deal. Let's just get this one step at a time is the way I like to do things. So let us get here, put this down, and move forward. I actually just got a silly idea. I realize I might not, you know what I might do is actually just not have 3 what's it called, pumps on each side, but just 2, and have these 2 chests connected so that they're in a network, and so the seeds picked up by this are also picked up or put into here, or like, you know, connected to here, and so that the seeds can also get planted as it goes. Hopefully the crops themselves don't get planted. I think that's what it doesn't do. So yeah, I think that's actually an idea. I can either do that or connect them through chests or tubes of some sort. But I actually might be able to do that too. I have so many different cool ideas, but let's try this one way first, and then we can add on to more pumps and figure out things. But first we're going to need to fend off another raid. Alright, we got 7 seconds until this goes. I'm going to put this on real quick, and boom, I've connected the chests, but I need to fight off this raid real quick, and then we can, you know, look at it and see how things works. But, oh gosh, haybot. Alright, 2 haybots, 3 haybots. This is no good. I really need to take a break from farming, I think. I heard that it also works on consecutive days of farming, but on the bright side, I just realized that I forgot to open up the path and see what happens when you open up a path. But I also need to make sure that no one's going to try to destroy my car. This is a lot more difficult than I thought it would be, just in the sense of like how hectic things are. Oh boy. I think we're good. Oh boy. Wow, I think we're good. Oh. That was hard. I mean, it wasn't actually that hard when you think about it, but like it was just kind of like frustrating because they kind of just came out of nowhere and came at all sides and interesting. Good to know. Well, I think our crops have grown, so we can actually harvest this and see how this connects and collects and does whatever it's supposed to do. But just press this switch, and actually, hold on a second. While I'm at it, I want to plant beetroots instead of tomatoes on this side. Actually, no, I want to plant beetroots instead of carrots because I already have a lot of carrots. So let's just take these away, put in the beetroots, and then send it off. So let's see how it goes. Sucks up. Let's see if we turn it faster, see what happens. Where is the switch? If I go up here, it goes a little bit faster. Good to know. I probably should have took a break from farming like I just said I was going to earlier, but I got too excited to see this thing work, and it just had to do it, you know? It did it. It did it really well, honestly. I'm not going to complain. It might cause some pain later in the future in about like, you know, another 22 hours or so, but for now, it's satisfying. She'll go backwards a little bit faster. We can definitely make things go faster as we feel the need fit, but for now, that's fine because I'm not really in a rush to, you know, bring it back and get water. It's just doing what it's got to do. So we got carrots in here, and we can always take the seeds out and put them wherever we want, but let's just take these carrots out and take these tomatoes out and keep the seeds in. And once this gets full, I don't know what's going to happen, but we can have like excess chests and whatnot and stack them up as we want. But let's get back on to making the pumps to make this grind even easier. All right, we got 3 minutes until the next raid. We're just about a little under 3 minutes, and we are kind of prepared. We put a hole in the wall to see how their pathfinding goes, but I don't think it's going to end as well as I want it to end. So what we're going to do is just fortify the walls around here, such as this thin wall right here. We're going to make that thicker. I don't believe the bots can swim without, you know, hitting these things. So we're going to do that, which is actually pretty nice because it just more destroys the floor than anything important. So we're just going to stack that out, and I've already used up a whole stack of them just from that. So it's kind of crazy how much wood this takes. So hopefully we can just do a lot of grinding off camera just to get some more materials that we so desperately need. All right, here comes the raids, and it looks like they are all kind of coming to this hole. Oh boy, this may have been a mistake. All right, we got that. I hear a bot over to the right, which is good. Okay, so it looks like they did actually pathfind their way to that little path, except for this one right here, which must have just didn't want to do all that noise. So that's either a good thing or a bad thing. I'm not entirely sure. We'll have to fix up this patch on the floor real quick. Good. All right, cool. Experiment has been performed, and I think it was a semi-success. So what better way to do except pick up this thing and put it around. I'm going to need to figure out what to do with all those topot heads. And put that in. And then just harvest our crops that just finished growing. I don't want it to plant anymore, so I just made these suck up as well. And so it should be fine. It shouldn't cause any issues with that. And I realized I didn't connect these water pumps yet, so let's just do that. But yeah, alright. So it's harvested all of our stuff. And it should have put those into this chest right here. We have 8 tomatoes for some reason. I thought there were 10. Or at least 11. I don't know where all the tomatoes went, but we'll have to check on that. And now we've got some beets. And let's see, do we have anything in here? Some more seeds, and we should be fine. Alright, cool. Alright, so the industrial farming is a success. We can now call that, you know, a good proof of concept to use to expand out probably this farm. And then oh my gosh. I just got launched. Wow, that was crazy. And then expand out the base. Definitely fortify it some more. Get some stronger materials for walls. You know, just as it comes, we'll do it. So, but yeah, until then, we will probably do some more grinding to get some more materials off camera. So, as always, I hope you guys have a great morning, afternoon, night, or evening. And next episode, you will see me with a vehicle to pack up all these fruits and vegetables and give them to the packer and then take those to the trader. But have a good time. See you next time.